16-year-old St. Hughes High student missing. A high alert has been activated for 16-year-old Shaniqua Simmet of a Red Hills Road address who has been missing since Friday, May 16. She's of brown complexion, slim build, and about 5 feet 6 inches tall. She was last seen wearing a St. Hughes High School uniform. Reports from the Constant Spring Police are that Shaniqua attended school on Friday and was last seen in Halfway Tree area. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Shaniqua Simmet is asked to contact the Constant Spring Police at 876-457-8366, the 119 police emergency number or the nearest police station. We are so worried about her. No one hasn't heard from her or seen her. I don't even know what to do right now, Maurice Simmet, Shaniqua's father, stated. Postmortem reveals Kelsey Ferguson was strangled. A postmortem examination conducted on the body of St. John's Primary School student Kelsey Ferguson has reportedly found that she died by strangulation. The postmortem, which was postponed due to an administrative hiccup, was held at the House of Tranquility Funeral Home in Kingston yesterday. Reporters were informed that the findings confirm that the child was raped and that tear strands from her alleged killer, Giovanni Ellis, were found on her body. She also had bruises and lacerations all over her body. Kelsey, a grade 3 student, was murdered on May 9. Her body was found inside a barrel at her home on Joblin in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, partially nude and bearing signs of physical abuse. 30-year-old Javon Ellis, otherwise called Coley Man, was killed on May 12 in Clarendon in an alleged police shootout. Ellis was out on bail in relation to a case of cruelty to a child when the murder occurred. St. Andrew businessman charged with assault of nurse caught on video. 65-year-old businessman has been slapped with multiple charges following a viral video that purportedly showed him beating a nurse in a road rage incident in the parish earlier this week. He has been identified as Robert Bell of a St. Andrew address. Bell has been charged with assault occasioning bodily harm, assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, assault at common law, possessing a firearm with intent to commit a first schedule offense, the possession of a firearm with intent to cause injuries. The charges were laid against Bell on Saturday. Reports from the police are that on Tuesday, May 13, about 7:15 p.m., the nurse was on her way to work when her vehicle was impeded by a vehicle driven by Bell. A dispute ensued between the two individuals, during which the woman was physically assaulted. A video of the incident that went viral on social media Thursday night shows a man brutally assaulting the nurse, including stooping on her head. A report was made to the police and Bell was subsequently apprehended and taken into custody, where he was formally charged. His firearm was also seized. His court date is being finalized. JCF High Command vows to find persons responsible for murder of police corporal. The Police High Command has vowed that those responsible for the murder of a policeman in St. Andrew will be found and brought to justice. Corporal Kamal Main was found shot dead at his home in Claremont Drive, Wool Harbour. Reports are that about 5:30 a.m., family members found the corporal unresponsive in his yard. The police were called, and officers who responded found corporal beside his motor vehicle with a gunshot wound to his head. The corporal was transported to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Corporal Main has served the Jamaica Constabulary Force for 20 years and was last assigned to the Kingston Western Police Division. Deputy Commissioner of Police Richard Stewart, who heads the Crime and Security Portfolio, visited the scene along with Assistant Commissioner of Police Christopher Phillips. He heads Area 5, Commanding Officer for St. Catherine, South Division Superintendent Leighton Gray, and several other high-ranking JCF officials. DCP Stewart assured that no resource will be spared as the police pursue the criminals responsible for Corporal Main's murder. He said the cop's killing is a stark reminder of the realities that the police have to face on a daily basis. The JCF Chaplaincy Branch and Welfare Division are providing support to affected relatives, friends, and colleagues.
This is a stark reminder of the realities that the police have to face on a day-to-day basis. The facts in brief are that about 5:30 a.m. his body was found. The facts that we have indicate that he came from his vehicle and was pounced upon and, and shot. The investigation is very young, and we are working on a theory. Yes, we're appealing to members of the public to assist in helping us to bring this investigation to a speedy conclusion. To other colleagues, I just want to point out that and give the assurance that we will not spare any resources that is needed to bring this matter to a quick conclusion. I also want to point out that the necessary support is here. The chaplain is offering the counseling, and the welfare matters are being treated with. Again, to the members of the public, I'm asking any assistance that you can give will be greatly appreciated.
Spokesman on national security described murder of cop as a blow to public safety. Opposition spokesman on national security Senator Peter Bunting has described the killing of a policeman as a blow to public safety. Corporal Conmin was killed at his home in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. In a statement, Bunting said death under such circumstances serves as a reminder of the threat faced by the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Senator Bunting also called for a new national focus on violence prevention and better welfare benefits for law enforcement officers.
I am deeply saddened by the murder of Corporal Kamal Main. This violent act is not only an attack on a committed police officer, but it's also a blow to public safety and the rule of law. I extend my condolences to his family, friends, and colleagues in the JCF during this difficult time. The death of any member of our security forces in such circumstances is a sobering reminder of the threats faced by the men and women of the JCF. I urge anyone with information that can assist the investigation to come forward and support the efforts of law enforcement. This is also a time when we need to focus on related issues such as better welfare benefits for law enforcement officers and stronger collaboration between the police and the communities they serve.
Man killed, gun seized in Rockford police operation. A man was shot to death and a firearm seized during an operation in Hillcrest Road in Rockford, Kingston 2nd, Friday morning. The dead man has been identified as 26-year-old Xavier Blackwood, otherwise called Rolly, a carpenter from Hillcrest Road. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom is probing the killing. Reports are that around 6:45 a.m., members of the Kingston Eastern Division's Tactical Response Team were on targeted operation in the area when they knocked on a grill. A woman said to be his girlfriend of the now deceased opened the grill and let the police into the house. On entering and reaching a bedroom to the left section of the dwelling, the police were fired upon by a man. The cop in the immediate line of fire took action and, in defense of himself and his colleague, returned gunfire to the direction of the now deceased. Police said Blackwood fell to the ground and the firearm, a 9mm pistol with 2 live rounds, fell to the ground beside him. It was quickly retrieved by the police. Blackwood was rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital where doctors pronounced him dead on arrival. No member of the police party was injured during the incident, and neither was there any report of injury or damage to any property or member of the public. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.